Hey gang, AV here, and welcome to my fourth figure in my, number 4 in my Sideshow Christmas countdown for my Sideshow figures. Tonight we will be having a look at the Red Skull. This is the Red Skull, of course, from the Captain America: The First Avenger movie. Before we have a look at the figure itself, again, about the packaging, they are all pretty standard for the Hot Toys line, especially for these particular types of figures. Basically, they're all shoebox style, so what you see back there is just the overall cover, which is, of course, the Hydra logo. And then once you lift the cover off, you're presented with this. This is the insert, which was on the inside of the cover, and as you can probably guess, it had his coat in there along with his belt. Then there's the product shot. That's him without the coat, obviously. That's his dress uniform, holding the Tesseract or a Cosmic Cube. There's a brief write-up on the Red Skull down there, if you want to pause it and read it. And then, of course, you just lift out the little cardboard insert, and you are presented with the figure tray. And here you have the alternate likeness, basically. Oh, what the hell? I can't remember his name. But it is a very good likeness for him. Let me pop it open. I'll give you a better look. Hopefully, in the meantime, while I'm popping it open, I can remember what the hell his name was. Although it might not be worth placing any bets on the fact that I will, because I don't know. I don't think I will. Anyway, it's Agent Smith. Alright. So, yeah. That's the Agent Smith head. Of course, that's not his real name. But I can't remember his real name off the top of my head. Very, very nice likeness. This is actually attached to the figure when you open them up. So you have to swap it out for the Red Skull head. And I had a slight problem doing that, which I will touch on later on with the good, the bad, the ugly section. But anywho, you have that. Then you have a pistol. Kind of almost looks like a Luger, but it's obviously fueled by the Tesseract thing. It feels like there should be a clip that comes out, but I can't get it out. I could be wrong. It may not have a removable clip. It just may look and feel like it does, but it's actually not. It's not really wiggling or anything. And I can't quite get my fingernail in there to try to get it out of there, but still, cool looking weapon. Kind of looks like a Luger, like I said. Otherwise, he's got some swap out hands, you know, closed fist, open palm, pistol hand, and he's got a lax palm for his left hand. Instructions, that's where you get the cube at, and that's about it for the packaging. So, I'll stick that back in here. And we'll do a 360 with the figure. Let me see. He is, of course, a little dark, so hopefully you guys can get a better look at him. then it's looking like you are. Don't worry, I'll bring him in closer for the detail in a second. And like I said, this is him with the coat on. Now the instructions explain how to put the coat on, and they advise you to have the coat buttoned all the way up so that it completely covers his dress uniform underneath. I didn't like the way that looked, so I left it open a little bit so that you could see his uniform collar underneath. And I think it looks a little bit better that way. Here is the cube, which has a very nice, looks like it could be a fingerprint magnet, so I'm trying not to touch it too much. But it kind of has a really nice glow to it when the light hits it right. Very cool. Alright. And as you would expect, crotch cradle, Captain America the First Avenger, Red Skull. How about his face likeness? We'll have a good look at that now. Very, very cool looking head. Holy crap. I love his beady little eyes in there. Can you see that? That's just awesome. Awesome. Even along the back. Very cool. His belt buckle actually has the Hydra logo etched in there. That is a metal belt buckle, and that's etched in there. On either sleeve, he's also got the Hydra logo. And as near as I can tell, this is a real leather coat, and it does have a lining in there. So that's pretty awesome. And like you saw with the cardboard insert, that's pretty much what his uniform looks like without the coat. And it goes all the way down to his boots. The coat was kind of an ordeal to put on, so I am not in a hurry taking the coat off. Basically, he has some very puffy sleeves, which on his uniform, which puff out more than the sleeves on the coat. So it's kind of like you got to cram them in there, and I really don't like doing that. So it was kind of an ordeal. But anyway, like I said, with his belt here, he has a very similar belt on his actual uniform as well. So there's a second belt with the Hydra logo etched in there underneath this. Obviously, he's got the same articulation that you would expect from a Hot Toys muscle body. You know, bendable knees. He does have fabric boots, though, so you do get some ankle pivot and move motion there, which is very cool. You know, very, very cool figure. I kind of would have wished that they gave us this hand for his left hand, because that was the hand he actually held the cube with. You know, on the flying wing at the end of the movie. That way he could have the cube and hold his pistol instead of just one or the other. There's also no holster for the pistol, which I'm a little upset about, but anyway. That was the Red Skull. Stick him back on his cradle here. Get him posed up for the end. Come on. Okay. The likeness, the quality of the costume is phenomenal. The likeness on both of the head sculpts is superb. I love the fact that he doesn't have solid boots, which allow you to actually utilize his feet. All in all, the figure is awesome. The bad, like I said, I kind of wish that he had this for his left hand, so that I could actually pose him with both the gun and the cube at the same time. Also, I kind of wish he had a holster for his pistol, which he does not. And the ugly is, unfortunately, the instructions show you to pop this head off after you put the coat on, and then swap it out for the Red Skull head. Unfortunately, because I tried to do that, and that's quite honestly the first time I've ever tried to swap out a head, except for Yoda, which was just easy. You see this little ring around the center of that knob there? That ring is supposed to be permanently attached in here. So, because I had the coat on, and this is the first time I popped the head off, the ring stayed on there, and I was trying to put the Red Skull head on top of this, which was still attached to his neck, and it wouldn't fit because the ring that isn't supposed to be there was there. And of course, because that ring popped out, this head would not fit on there securely anymore, so I couldn't use this head to get the whole assembly out. It was a nightmare. It was, it sucked. I wasted about an hour trying to get that out of there, and I finally just had to get some needle nose pliers and pop this out. I'm actually going to have to try to glue this back on, which kind of sucks. I mean, these things are kind of expensive. I don't like the fact that I broke one, because that is essentially what I did. But, so yeah, that's the ugly. It's the fact that my Herculean strength ripped his head off incorrectly. But hey, it's not the end of the world. I mean, this is the head I was planning on displaying him with anyhow, so it could have been worse. But yeah, that's the Red Skull figure. I'm not sure, he may still be available on the Sideshow website. But if you're a huge Cap fan, you have to have the Red Skull. I mean, come on. You gotta. So, yeah, that was number 4 in my Sideshow countdown to Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. In a couple of days, you will get a review for one of these 3. Alright, gang, take care.